These are the generations of heaven and earth when they were created. You can deny it, but you can't debase it. I'm apologetic, but we're not debating. This was before all the pain. There were no plants or shrubs or grain. He caused a mist to come up from the ground to water the land before it would rain. But there was nobody to work it, so Yahweh came up with a beautiful plan. He took the dirt in the ground in his hand and created Adam, the first living man. Hebrew translation for man is Adam. Translation for ground would be Adamah. So from Adamah he created the dome. The image of God was formed. Blew breath into both of his nostrils, moving the breath of life into his lungs. Then went to the east and planted a garden in Eden. It rise with the sun. Now every tree that we see that bear fruit, it came out of the ground and it grew. Then in the middle he planted these two other trees, bearing way more than just fruit. Possessing the knowledge of good and evil, one of the trees took root. And next to it was the tree of life. Through his branches eternity grew. Pipe shone through the Havilah, full of onyx stone and a lot of gold. Second river ran all through the land of Cush, God named Digihon. Third one was the Tigris, flowed east of the land of Asher. Euphrates was the fourth river, can't imagine greener pastures. Then God went and got Adam, told him look after it, he got active. But he laid down ground rules, gave him good game before he ever left him. Look around, peep all the fruit, eat anyone that look good to the eye. Except for the one that no good from the evil you eat from it. On the first night you gon' die. In paradise with a plate full of food, God said there's something about it ain't cool. It is not good for man to be alone, so I'll make a helper that's just right for you. So out of the ground he formed all the wild animals and the birds in the sky. Then brought him to Adam, said what you gon' call him, he pointing and naming them out. There was a frog when Pharaoh don't listen to Moses, my daddy gon' send him. And there was a viper, it'll bite Paul and Malta, but it would not kill him. There was a donkey, when Balaam don't see your angel, you gon' let him talk. And there was a wolf, they dress up as sheep, so you gotta watch where you walk. When he finished calling them out, he was the one still without. He had dominion and reign over them, but still there was no helper just right for him. Listen, the Hebrew for helper is Ezra. It's more of a godly assistance. So how could a woman ever be inferior if we need her for fulfillment? He spun it all into existence, but yet still something was missing. The need for Eve just shows that Adam alone on his own not sufficient. When Moses was stepping in Israel, he told the children that God is your helper. Say by the Lord, shield of thy faith, Yah, Magin Rakah. Then God put Adam to sleep and went in his side right under his heart and pulled out his rib, then closed them up and fashioned his final edition of art. When God made man, he formed. When he made woman, it says that he fashioned. He took his time, he paid attention to interests and intricate patterns. He knew that Esther would become a queen because all of her beautiful features. But it be her boldness, faith, and courage to stand and save all the people. He knew that Deborah's a stepper, it's saying judges, he made her a judge. 10,000 men with the battle, she did no backtracking, she backing it up. And even though Eve would fall, she's still a mother of all of creation. Cause he knew by Mary's unshakable faith it would take to deliver our Savior. And God brought her to man, and man said, at last, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I shall call you woman, because you were taken out of man. You were not made from his head to rule over him, nor from his feet to be trampled by him, but from his side to be equal, under his arm to be protected, and near his heart to be loved. Therefore, a man shall leave his mother and father and hold fast to his wife. And they became one flesh.